You think everybody that's on Wall Street is happy? No, guarantee you they not. Why you think a lot?
Yeah. Yo, the time the plane leaving? Right. See you at the airport. Hey. I'm leaving on the next plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you know I'll never go. Even though you know I will, I'm a traveling man, moving through places.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Traveling Gun. I am Thomas. So today's video is just basically the not so glamorous life of being a flight attendant and dealing with mental health. So the reason for this video is that a lot of recent events have happened that has kind of came into close proximity to me as far as dealing with my company and people within my company, I should say. So I know a lot of people say that, hey, being a flight attendant is a glamorous job and you get to travel all over the world, you get to see different places, you get to meet different people. That's the glamorous side of it. But what a lot of people don't understand is that this life can be very lonely, and people wonder how it can be lonely. Yeah, you get to go different places, but at the end of the day, you still have to come into your hotel room by yourself. If you don't have a significant other or anything like that, you don't have anybody to talk to on the phone. So what are you doing? Your mind is constantly wandering, and if that continues to happen on a daily, monthly, then yearly, yes, this job can get lonely because you just don't have anybody to talk to, or it feels like, yeah, you have coworkers, but it's just one of those things where, let me tell you this. I'm gonna sit here and be honest with you that I've had loneliness creep up into my mind, because it was just like a lot of the times we don't get to explore a lot of places. We get to these places very very late, or we have a very early report in the morning time, so you can't really do anything. So a lot of times I was coming to the room, turn on TV, playing on the phone. Phone was dry. Or if I did have conversations, it was dry. It was really dry. And I just felt lonely. Like I didn't have anybody or anything like that. And that's just how it is. I was a point in time where at my 6-month mark, I was questioning whether I wanted to continue to do this job or not. Because I have kids. So it's not like I get to see them every day like I was before when I was working a normal job. I could see them every day. I could, go to the school and have lunch with them. I could, do functions and things like that. Now, the one thing about me is that I have pretty good energy. So when I'm home, I'm not actually tired like that to where I don't have any energy to play with them or do anything with them whatsoever. So I'm pretty good on that. But it's just like I want to say this, unlike most people that work in this field, I've been very fortunate to have been able to be off ever since I started working. Every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, every birthday, even if the birthday fell on the week and we celebrated it on the weekend, I was off and I was able to be there to actually celebrate birthdays. 4th of July doesn't really bother me because, my family just really gets together and, barbecue or whatever. Memorial Day doesn't really bother me either. It's just one of those, type of holidays. Granted, I would love to be around my aunts, uncles, and cousins, but it's just one of those things where it's just whatever. But I've been fortunate enough to be off for holidays, and the not so glamorous part of this life gets to where you don't get to be off any holidays at all for however many years. I've met someone who said they have not had Christmas or Thanksgiving off in 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years. Now, can you imagine that? Not being able to go spend time with your family for 3 or 4 years on those holidays? And the not so glamorous part again, let's say you get based away from where you're from. 2,000 miles away from where you're from. And a lot of times you don't have enough days off to even visit family. Or the flight loads don't look well to visit family. That's the not so glamorous part of this job. Also, what brought me to this video was I was reading an article that a flight attendant pretty much committed suicide in a hotel on a layover in Birmingham. And how I came across the article was I used to live in Birmingham, and I read the newspaper there online, and that's when I read it, and I was like, oh man, and I was telling my captain after I read it, he immediately sunk, like you could tell like somebody just punched him in the stomach, because the woman that committed suicide used to work for my company. Granted, I've never met her before, but she used to work for my company, but my captain knew her very well, and it brought tears to his eyes. Like, he really started crying. Like I said, people in this job do battle with depression. No matter what you see on Instagram, no matter how many pictures you see them smiling in, you got to think about it. Sometimes it's a mask to cover how we really feel on the inside. Because if you think about it, from a very young age, we were always taught to do what? In front of a camera. Say cheese. Regardless, you have babies crying in pictures and they will still say cheese while they're whining, because that's what we've been conditioned to do. So just because you see them smiling on Facebook or Instagram, that does not mean that they're okay a lot of times. That's just the mask they put on of how they really feel on the inside. And I'm not sitting here saying that every single flight attendant out here that is smiling is depressed, they're dealing with all this. No, that's not what I'm saying. But there are some who won't say anything to you at all, that they're dealing with this. I think what we should start doing with each other, even if you're not a flight attendant, just everyday life, calling people that we love or friends that we call friends and say, hey, check on them. Say, hey, how are you doing? Like, I just want to know where you at, how are you feeling? Because sometimes you'll ask somebody how you doing, they'll just leave it at, okay, I'm doing all right. And then next thing you know, something happened to them, they committed suicide or something like that. And you'll be like, well, she always used to tell me she was okay. But a lot of times, a lot of people are not going to really tell you how they're doing if you just ask them that question. Sometimes you have to ask people the right question. Because some people will be screaming like, please ask the right question so I can say how I really feel. And I know it shouldn't be that way, but that's just how some people are. Me, myself, I know that a lot of times my family thinks that nothing really bothers me because I don't show it externally. A lot of things do bother me. I just keep it internally a lot of times, and I don't let people see it. And I know that's bad on my part, but it is how it is, and some people are that way. So sometimes you have to ask the right question when you're calling your friends to say, how are you doing? Do you need to talk to anybody right now? Just in that sense. And that can talk to them. That can make them talk to you more and more and more. Another thing, like I said, I in my work Facebook group, another girl, she wrote, is anybody else lonely in this job? Doing this job. And, of course, a lot of people did say, yeah, it can be lonely, it can be lonely. A lot of people did reach out and say, hey, if you need somebody to talk to, call me. They said, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. A lot of times I think some people, we might need to take it a little step forward. Because and say, hey, here's my number. Call me. Because a lot of people won't take the help. Because I don't know. I can't answer why they won't take the help, but a lot of people won't take the help. I'm bad about that myself, as far as unless I'm dire need of it myself, I won't ask for help no matter what. I'll figure it out and do it myself. But no one should have to be able to deal with this alone. Every company out there, especially I know in the airline business, they have, I don't know if it's called employee assistance, where you can talk to counselors if you deal with depression, anxiety, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. They have those resources available to you. And sometimes it's best that we take advantage, and some people don't know that it's there. And I do feel that a lot of companies don't really make the time to go over every available resource to the employees. They have to look it up for themselves. But for the average person that starts a new job at 18 to 21, 22, whatever young, they don't know about these resources. They don't know anything, especially if this is their first corporate job. They don't know nothing about that. They know nothing about that. And it's just, listen, and I'm putting this out there, and I seriously do mean this. If there's any of you all who needs to just talk to somebody, or just have somebody just listen to you for however long, call me. Send me a message on Instagram. My email is down below. Send me an email. We can exchange numbers, and I can listen. And I will talk to you. We can work anything out that it is, because there's always better options than turning to alcohol if you're dealing with depression, because alcohol is a depressant in itself. If you're already depressed, it's not going to make you feel better. It's going to make you even more depressed. I just, another coworker of mine just recently quit because, dealing with things as far as family issues and not being able to be there for her family in a time of need. And she really questioned if this is the job that she wants. Is it for her because she couldn't be with her family in a time of need? That is another downfall to this job, is that a lot of times you can't be with your family when your family needs you the most. Most of the time. I'm pretty sure there's ways around it, but for the most part, you can't. One thing I want to tell everybody is, if you think this job is for you, then do it. If you think you can handle the loneliness, fine, and you decide later on that you can't, at least you can live life knowing you took that leap of faith to do something that you said you've always wanted to do. Even though you didn't last in it, you at least tried it. And you can live with it. I would be able to live with myself if I did, like, prime example, this YouTube thing. I took a leap of faith. Like, I've been putting off, and I finally did it. Even if I don't become a successful YouTuber, I can live with myself knowing at least I did it. Did what I said I was going to do. I did it. But back to the original point was, you're not going to be able to always get off. You're not going to always be with your family. This thing, time is something that you can never get back. Time with your family, time with your kids, time with your loved ones, significant other, you can never get that back. And if you feel that this job, or you think this job is going to consume too much of your time away from your family, me personally, I would suggest that you pick your family over this job. Because one thing about this career here, there's always going to be a need for flight attendants, somewhere. But that time, you can't get that back. That's one thing you can't get back, is that time. Again, I plan on doing something. I have visuals in mind that I want to make a video for Suicide Awareness Week, and pertaining to strictly flight attendants, because that's what I do. I have the song picked out. The music picked out for the video that I'm gonna do, which is not gonna be that long, maybe 2 minutes long, 2-3 minutes long. I don't even want to monetize off of it because I wouldn't even be able to anyway because of the song. But I do have something in mind that I do want to do visuals for Suicide Awareness Week. And like I said before, I'm gonna end this video because, like I said, I've been talking and it just sound like I'm rambling. Just pick up the phone and call the people you care about the most, and just say, hey, how are you doing? Wellness check. And just, do you need to talk about anything? For all you flight attendants out there that are watching this, and I hope if you know someone, share this information with them. There are resources at your job to help you deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with. You just have to go to human resources and ask them and see what it is. If you need somebody to talk to and just listen to you and help with whatever it is, as far as you just need somebody to listen, to talk. A lot of times we don't have enough people to listen to us. And then if we do have somebody listen, they can't give in a biased opinion, I should say, because they know you. I don't know. Some of you, I don't know you. I can only give my opinion based on what I can give my opinion on. I just want to be able to lend a helping hand to whomever needs it and whomever wants it. And like I said, you can always hit me on Instagram. You can always email me down below. And we can FaceTime, we can talk, we can do whatever it is that you need to do. Even if it's just you need somebody to just sit there and hold the phone with you. Whatever it is, I'm offering my help for that. I'm gonna cut this video short. I'm gonna cut this video now, but again, if you know somebody, every smiling face isn't a happy one. Whatever the persuader said. If you don't know who the persuaders is, then don't worry about it. I'm 35 years old. But every smiling face isn't a happy one. And I just want you all to remember that. And I don't know, it just bothers me so much about a lot of things that has happened and that comes with this job, and that people just don't know. They just don't know. It's just a lot of stuff that comes with this job that people don't see. They just see the glamorous part and think, dang, y'all living the life. Yeah, sometimes we do. And I know what you're going to say. A lot of people are going to say, well, you chose this career. Yeah, but you chose the career that you chose, and you go to a job that you hate every day, but don't nobody say anything about it. We go to a job that we love. We just hate that everybody else think it's just okay, or we hate the people that say, well, you chose this job to do this job. But nobody criticizes you for going to a job that you hate every day. We left jobs that we hate to do something that we love. That's to fly, to be around people, to go to different places. With everything that we do, every job has its ups and downs. You think everybody that's on Wall Street is happy? No, I guarantee you they're not. Why you think a lot of them go out to bars and drink and get drunk before they go home to have to deal with their real life? I spend money, then I have to go back to a job that I hate to make more money so I can spend more money again. A lot of people don't think of it that way, but I do. I look at it that way. If I gotta get drunk to go home and deal with my life at home, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. I'm not a happy individual. Not saying getting drunk one time and going home. What I mean is I have to get drunk every single day in order to go home and deal with my life at home. So before anybody criticizes anybody about this job of being a flight attendant, just know a lot of us left jobs that we hated doing, that we were not satisfied in, and found something that we loved that satisfied us and made us happy and complete and whole. But I'm gonna leave on that note. Please talk to somebody, find out the resources that you need. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. If we need to start I won't say a prayer group, but something like a prayer group where everybody is on the line talking, we all can help each other out, I'm with that too. You know, if we need to have like a once a month kumbaya meeting, then we can do that too. If you are a flight attendant, listen to me, and I'm gonna go after this. We have these amazing flight benefits that we can use. Find you a place anywhere in this world that you can go to and just clear your mind, where you can just go sit and your mind is clear and it's a break from the world, whether it's for a day or two, and then come back. Find you that one place in the world where you go when you feel like the world is becoming too much for you and you just need to get away and you need to escape. For me, it's St. Thomas. I found my escape. To sit on the beach, watch the sunset, and just listen to the calm waves, that calms my mind and it takes me away. But thank you all for watching. Sorry that this video was all over the place. Wasn't really a specific thing. It's just a lot of things that have happened within a span of 3 days. This all happened within 3 days, not over a period of time. This happened within the last 3 days of me making this video. Again, like I said, I'm here for you. If you need someone, let me know. If we need to start a group, we can. I'm with that. Anything to help anybody. You don't necessarily have to be a flight attendant. If you need to talk to somebody, I'm here. You know, if you want to be a part of the group, you can too. You don't necessarily have to be a flight attendant. But thank you all for watching. My name is Thomas. I hope you all have a great week, and I'm out.
When I'll be back again, kiss me and smile for me.